Hey everybody, welcome to our first ever mole recap.
Whoa!
The mole is back!
It's been away for a while.
You know it.
So,
and we got a new host too,
yeah.
It's Jon Kelley.
I kind of wish it was Anderson Cooper, but...
Me too.
What are you gonna do?
This guy's a little stiff.
So, they start off in Los Angeles, Chile.
Yes, with 12 Americans.
I didn't know Chile had a Los Angeles.
It does now.
Yeah.
Well, one of these 12 Americans is paid to deceive, aka
the
mole.
Yeah. So, Jon Kelley asked the 12 people to vote for who they think the mole is based on first impressions.
And they all said, well, the majority said Marcie.
Yeah, she's 31 and she's a stay-at-home mom.
Well, for the next 24 hours, that 31-year-old stay-at-home mom is going to be calling all the shots.
Yeah, so this is a good chance for them to see if she's trying to sabotage or what.
That's right. And the first mission involves navigating a raft over a fall, which is like a waterfall. And yeah, you fall, but you're on a tether, and you have to grab a bag of money, or is it?
Or fake money.
On the way down. So
6 are going to be jumping for $10,000, and 6 are jumping for fake money, and Marcie will be choosing...
5 are jumping for fake money.
Yeah. So Marcie will be choosing who's jumping for what, but they're not going to know that until after everyone has gone.
Well, the only F-nuts in this group who were able to grab the money on the or the bag of money on the way down was Clay, Kristen, Bobby, Liz, Victoria, and Mark. So just 6 out of the 11.
But guess what? Only Mark and Clay had bags with real money in them, so that's only $20,000 in the bank.
Right. Well, it's time to hand out those sexy mole journals.
Those journals are so hot. I went on the website to look and see if I could buy one, and they're totally not for sale.
We'll have to make some or something.
I want one.
So Marcie is going to pick 4 people to stay outside because there's only room for 8 in the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
So she picks Nicole, Liz, Craig, and Bobby.
Yeah.
And somebody's not too happy about that decision.
Nicole is freaking out. She gets in the cabin. She's like, I'm going to stay here because as long as I don't go to sleep, it's okay.
Right. Okay, you do that. So I
believe she did stay up the whole night.
She did. I don't remember who said they had a photogenic memory.
I don't know, but it's
very beautiful.
It's photographic, actually, if that's what you were referring to.
There's going to be a quiz at the end, kids, so make sure you take notes.
10 questions to see who knows what about who the mole is.
Because whoever gets the lowest score is getting executed.
Yeah, that's... Ooh.
It's creepy. So, Paul and Marcie, they're making a little bit of an alliance.
Or coalition.
That's so,
It's weird. They're using really weird, terminology on this show.
Well, fire up the PSP, because a clue's coming through.
I thought it was a PSP.
It was a PSP.
Okay.
Puda Beach, baby. Where all the Pudas are. So, the group's biggest whiner. Let's have a show of hands. Who is
They
it?
all voted for Nicole.
Must be true, then. She's a 33-year-old OBGYN. And in Chile, Robinson Crusoe was stranded. And the person who that story was based on was Alexander Selkirk.
Yeah.
And that's who Nicole is going to be.
Basically. So she had to pick 6 scavengers, 3 appraisers, and 2 timekeepers for this challenge.
So the scavengers were Craig, Marcie, Alex, Bobby, Clay, and Victoria.
And then the appraisers were Kristen, Liz, and Mark.
And the timekeepers were Paul and Allie.
Yeah. So the scavengers are going to have to go out. There's like 45 items scattered across the beach.
Right.
And they have to bring them back to the appraisers.
And the appraisers will figure out what 5 items Robinson Crusoe or Alexander Selkirk actually had with him.
In 1704.
Right.
So you gotta know your history and like when things were invented and everything.
But the timekeepers will have to keep refilling this giant time clock where sand is... What do they call those things?
I forgot.
That is so sad.
I don't know. But there was only like
clock piece
10 minutes worth, I think. sand in there, so they had to keep refilling and refilling.
That was exhausting.
Yeah. And
absolutely exhausting.
The appraisers had three chances to get the 5 items correct.
Right. So on the first try, they got 1 item right.
Mm-hmm. Second try, trace correct.
Right. Then they really went for it, and they still had 3 on the third try. So the things that they got right were a musket, a Bible, and a goat.
Yes, so that earned them $15,000.
So far, for a total of $35,000. The missing items were box and tea kettle.
Mm.
Well, Dr. Whiner gets to stay on the island for the night.
Yeah.
Because she's such a pain in the ass. I don't know if that was in the original show, but they probably made it up because they didn't want her to be around.
So then they had a little bit of a last supper before the quiz.
And we find out that Mark is doing it for his wife.
That's so sweet.
Because she's had to sacrifice so much with their kids. And he was
crying, and I was like, "Arr."
I know. I felt so bad for him. Mm-hmm. Well, it's quiz time!
Yay! 10 questions about the mole. Is the mole male or female?
It was the mole wearing a hat. You get the idea.
Yeah.
And they got to take it on a cool mole laptop. So, Nicole gets a pass because she's wasn't on that there.
Island all alone, so yeah. It's good to be annoying.
Yeah, I think so. In the end, Marcie is executed.
Yeah, she got the least number of questions.
We hardly knew ye.
Well, I guess she isn't the mole.
I guess not. Next time, a bike, a wheelbarrow, and Paul freaking out. I cannot wait. This looks pretty good, except for the host. So, kids, check us again next week. Till then, much love.